Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Janelle Allen from Rock Solid Relation. My approach is based on solution building rather than problem solving. We provide better advice for healthier and happy relationships. Helping to look forward. In today's episode, we'll speak about what really works when your child is having a fit of temper. Why is it that when we try to calm our children down, they often become even more upset? Our goal is to be comforting. To teach them that a little pothole in life's road might be navigated without flipping the whole bus into a ditch. It will pass. But sometimes the message they hear is very different. Cereal, in the grand scheme of things, isn't a major catastrophe. For a disappointed youngster, however, that withheld treat is just as distressing as any of the little catastrophes that happen to us grown-ups throughout the day. Your aggravating colleague battens on your pens and never replaces them? Stop griping. You can't blame him for being concerned or blaming himself. He was forced to make a difficult choice that could have ruined his career, and now he must defend himself in court against fraudulent claims. You weren't an angel who worked all day but had to stop by at a friend's house just long enough to pick up the mail. We really want to provide children with a view of the world. They can't let everything upset them. It's part of our job to teach them what's essential and what isn't it? But the moment is wrong. When you're furious because your new sneakers were stolen at the gym, that's not the time for your buddy to say, "Okay, now you know what it feels like to lose something important." It's probably true that in the future it will be a helpful viewpoint, but for now, you'd probably want some compassion rather than a pep talk. We may intellectually recognize that we should not try to talk people out of their misery during a time of anguish. But we still have an overpowering desire to minimize or negate unpleasant emotions for our children. Humor helps people express themselves more freely, and in doing so achieve a higher level of bonding than would be otherwise possible. Just like the researchers discovered, humor promotes positive feelings and a sense of empowerment among people experiencing low empathy. People who view us as charming or funny are seen to have more confidence in our capabilities and are viewed as being better prospects. Okay, fine. So telling kids to look on the bright side or telling them to suck it up and quit complaining because their difficulties aren't that bad isn't particularly beneficial. Now what? Do you want to take a seat on the couch with noise-canceling headphones on? We've put together a set of tools for parents. Tip number 1. Words are essential to acknowledge emotions. Instead of calling the youngster stupid or assuming he's making a mistake, consider, what is this sensation? Is she frustrated, disappointed, enraged, annoyed, sad, worried, or scared? Got it? Now show your kid you understand. We're searching for something along the lines of what you'd say to a good friend if they were in a similar situation. Tip number 2. Write about your feelings. There's something about the written language that makes a child feel like she's being taken seriously. Even toddlers who are unable to read are frequently pleased to have their ideas recorded and replayed back to them. The writing could be in the form of a list, a wish list, a shopping list, or even a list of issues or complaints. Tip number 3. Express yourself creatively with regard to your emotions. When strong emotions are present, art may be a powerful weapon. And the good news is that you don't have to be an artist to get started. Stick figures will suffice. Sometimes youngsters want to express their sadness or anger by drawing with a pencil, chalk, or crayons. Even Cheerios have been used to construct a sad face. Tip number 4. Let your imagination run wild with what you cannot have in reality. When a youngster demands something that is out of the question, we find ourselves compelled to continually explain why they cannot have it. Next time you find yourself wanting to interject with some harsh, hard reality, take a moment for whimsy instead. Tell your child you wish you had access to a magic wand so you could make a bathtub full of bubbles. Tip number 5. Acknowledge your emotions with almost silent attention. Simply letting out a sympathetic sound may frequently be enough. Don't push yourself to instruct, inquire, or offer advice. And to conclude, normalize the emotions. Examine the mood and behavior of your child. Try to describe what they're going through in basic terms. That initial feeling you validate isn't always the one they're really expressing. Children just want to be treated as equals. You may find that at dinner, your child brings up an issue that irritated them earlier in the day when they were melting. This is rock-solid relation, my approach based on solution building rather than problem solving, helping to look forward. Better advice for healthier and happy relationship.
When you need help with your relationship, it can be hard to know what the right path is. I offer a fresh approach, and my goal in counseling isn't just problem solving, but instead solution building, where we look forward rather than back on past conflicts or issues affecting current relationships. Let your hope, not your hurt, navigate your futures when healing from breakups. Take the next step. Contact me today without obligation. Please complete the form below or call me directly at 978-346-5301.